guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Today we're going to open the most ancient shards that I've ever opened here on the channel. 199 plus, well, you know, I want to make it even 200. Do I need to buy one shard at the end? Maybe I will, depending on, you know, how our luck goes. So we have quite a ways ahead of us, guys. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. 2 times chance to get an epic and a legendary champion. So let's see how many legendaries we can get with 199 plus shards. I did buy some more champion slots in my regular champion collection. And check it out. We open up with Spider and a Jingle Hunter. Not too bad here. Already racking up the epics. Also a Rain Beast. So 3 for 3 with the epics there starting out, and let's go ahead and see what the deal with Spider is. So Spider is a dark elf, has a chance of removing 1 random buff from the target on the A1, attacks all enemies AoE, decrease the duration of all buffs by 1 turn, and has a 50% chance of placing the decreased attack for 2 turns on the A2. On the A3, 60% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff on all enemies for 2 turns, and then has a 30% chance, can be booked up to 70%, to place a weaken debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. So no damage, just the debuffs there. And then speed in all dungeons by 25%. That's probably one of the best parts about Spider, in my opinion. Let's keep it going here, guys. I'm not going to review every single epic like I do in a lot of my videos, because it would probably be like an hour-long video if I did that. So a miscreated monster, I'm sure some of you guys are jealous of that. Man, Miscreated is my favorite epic champion inside the game. We also got a Missionary and a Zealot and a Rockbreaker and a Thanasil. Oh my god, it is raining epics here. Zealot is a pretty cool champion. He has a chance of placing a sleep on the A1. On the A2, he places a shield buff on all allies equal to 20% of this champion's max HP for 3 turns. One of the better shield epics inside the game is Zealot. Also has a continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. This Armored Scales ability is actually pretty legit. AoE attack on the A3. 50% chance can be booked up to 75% chance on a 5-turn cooldown of placing the sleep debuff for 1 turn. 75% chance against enemies under debuff. So actually not too bad at all. Has a resist in the arena by 70. So can kind of build some interesting kind of off-meta arena teams around a Zealot. And who else here? Rockbreaker, let's check him out here. Rockbreaker is obviously a dwarf here, and he looks like he's ready to, well, break some rocks. On the A1, increases his champion's defense by 4% each time this skill is used. Stacks up to 20%. It's kind of a unique ability on his kit here. Chest Thump, 75% chance of placing a Provoke debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. Places a counterattack buff on this champion for 2 turns. That's a great ability there for Arena, right? Chest Thump, great ability for Arena. Those are his only 2 active abilities. His passive is a 25% chance of placing a decreased damage inflicted on this champion by 50% each time this champion is attacked. Really, really cool, tanky, provoke type champion from Rockbreaker, and then allied defense in the arena by 30%. So definitely a cool part of an arena defense team. Also has some other utility in there too. Miscreated, you guys know his kit, but he has the stun on the A1, the shield and the stun on the A2, the ally protect, and the heal on the A3, with the passive placing a fear debuff on the attacker for 1 turn whenever an ally is attacked while under his ally protect. Just a beast of a champion. Miscreated is amazing. Thanasil's a great support champion as well. Missionary is just kind of meh. Let's go on for the next 10 here. Give me that legendary. Aothar, okay. I'm ready to see. I think this is the batch we're gonna see our first legendary. I can feel it right now, guys. Okay, maybe I can't feel it. I meant the next batch is what I meant here. So we got Lich. He is a 1 enemy with a decreased accuracy on the A1. On the A2, increased defense 60% on this champion for 2 turns. Heals this champion by 20% of their max HP. It would be better if it was not just on him, on the Cocoon. And then on the A3, attacks 1 enemy, fully depletes targets per turn meter, and then places a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Not one of the best epic champions out there, certainly. And Aothar, you guys are probably already familiar. He's known for his poisons, the 4-time hitter, each with a 5% poison debuff on his A2. Let's go to the next 10. This is what we were talking about here, guys. This is gonna be the another Man, I can feel it. Some of you guys are like, are you serious, dude? Another Miscreated? 2 miscreated monsters. That's great, except for that we already had them. And you know what? I must have been wrong. It must have been the next one. The next one is going to be the really good one. Coffin Smasher is actually pretty OP for a rare. He's really good in Clan Boss 2. He has the decreased attack on the A1. On the A2, he has the HP burn. And on a passive, decreases the damage enemies inflict with AoE attacks by 5%. A solid, again, for a Clan Boss champion for a rare category. Let's go in with the next 10. Got plenty more to go here. And I got dinner on the table. Fenax is all right. Oh, there we go. Okay, Drexstar Blood Twin. Now we're talking. Now we're talking here, guys. Yeah, Drexstar is really solid. He is known for his HP burn. Attacks 1 enemy 3 times on the A1. Has a 30% chance of placing an HP burn debuff for 2 turns. Heals his champion by 20% of the damage inflicted if the target is under an HP burn debuff. On the A2, AoE attack. Attacks all enemies, has a 40% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. That can be booked up to a 60% chance on the provoke on a 4-turn cooldown. Really happy that I got Drexstar. I don't have him yet, so his passive is a 55% chance, can be booked up all the way to a 70% chance, actually 80% chance, my bad on that, of placing an HP burn debuff when hit. So really, really solid there. And then his passive is increased accuracy in all battles by 70. So there we go. That's 1 legendary. That's sweet. I'm excited. Fenax has the attacks 1 enemy, extra hit. If this target has any debuffs, enemies killed by this kill cannot be revived. On the A2, it's an AoE. 75% chance of placing, 80% chance when booked, of placing a block buffs debuff for 2 turns. Plays a block cooldown skills debuff for 1 turn if the skill does not place the block debuffs, and then decreases bomb debuff detonation by 1 turn when Talia is on the same team. And then attacks 1 enemy, has a chance of placing the decreased defense, decreased speed. Not an OP champion, but not a lousy one either, in my opinion at least. Let's go on the next 10. We got 1 legendary. How many are we going to get this video, guys? Ooh, another Fenax. Houndspawn. Runic Warder is a great champion. I'm a big fan of Runic Warder for Fire Knight. And this one's not going to be nothing crazy. Crimson Slayer, pretty solid too. So 2 solid rares here. Runic Warder has the 1 enemy 2 times on the A1. Then has the 1 enemy 2 times, has the chance of placing a decreased attack. And then on the A3 has the reflect damage buff on all allies for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. So really, really solid for Fire Knight, especially on Runic Warder. Let's go to the next 10 here. Feels nice to not have to make space every 2 seconds, right? Okay. Okay, got Marked. Marked is really solid. Got Drake. Oh, there we go! Abbess! There we go. She's pretty cool for Arena. Got an Apothecary here, got a Pounder. So that's 2 legendaries. Let's check it out. So, Abbess is attacks 1 enemy, removes 1 random debuff from this champion and places it on the target. Attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of placing a decreased defense debuff for 2 turns that can be booked up to 75% on 3-turn cooldown. And then on the A3, attacks all enemies. Damage inflicted is proportional to either this champion's attack or the target's defense or attack, whichever is highest. That 3rd ability hits like a tank. We talked about her on my underrated legendary video quite a while ago. And then has an ally attack and faction Crips. So there we go. That's 2 legendaries. I'm feeling pretty good. Marta's really solid. She has a decreased accuracy on her A2, and then the block debuffs on all allies for 1 turn, 60% chance increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. Pretty solid ability for a rare. And you guys know Apothecary. Let's go to the next 10. Here we go. Here we go, guys. All right. So this is, I'm already going to say it's a success. We already landed 2 legendaries, plenty of epics. Jareg is great, another Zealot, sweet, and a Soul Drinker. Soul Drinker is a great bomb layer. You can see on his A1, decreases bomb detonation cooldown by 1 turn. And then he has decreases bomb debuff detonation by 1 turn 3 times at random on the A2, and then he places his bombs on the A3. Attacks all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 75% chance, 100 when booked, of placing a bomb that detonates after 3 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. Really solid champion for kind of a bomb specialist. Then his passive here places 2 bomb debuffs on each enemy that detonate after 2 turns when he dies. So Soul Drinker, definitely one of the best bomb layers in the game. Here we go, guys, keeping it up, keeping it up. We're pulling a lot of champions here. All right, Karam here. I'm not familiar with him. Is he one of the new guys? We have Hellgazer as well. Romero as well. Got a Spirit Host. Okay, let's check out Karam. Undead Horde. Let's take a look at, he looks pretty cool. All right, attacks 1 enemy, 30% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. Can be booked up to a 50% chance. Not bad. Attacks 1 enemy, 15% chance of inflicting a critical hit, extra 15%. Damage increases according to the amount of HP this champion has lost. Okay. Attacks 1 enemy, it deals damage from all poison debuffs on the target instantly. Okay, I was waiting for it to get good, and there it goes. I like champions like this for clan boss. You can build a team of all poisoners, a bunch of poisoners, all on the same team, right? With a Karam on your team, because it's gonna the 10 debuffs max on the clan boss is not gonna factor in. And then a faction crypts aura, so not too bad. Now I gotta make room. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, we have 109 left. Let's keep it going here. I need to make more room next time. Jeez, I wasn't aware that I had that many left to actually pull here, guys. All right, so we got another epic Grizzled Jarl. It's all right. Got Sentinel, we got Gore Mask, a bunch of rares here. Another epic, and Erinus, she's pretty good. She has the attack 1 time, 90% chance of poison debuff for 2 turns. Can be 100 when booked. Attacks all enemies, 75% chance of increasing the duration of all debuffs on the target by 1 turn. And then we have attacks 1 enemy, plays a block buffs debuff for 2 turns. She's definitely a really solid champion, so happy to have her. I think she's one of the epics I actually don't have yet on my account, so that's pretty cool. Might build her up. If you see any champion here, by the way, guys, you would like me to build up and do a guide on, just go ahead and let me know. Alinka is one of those partner champions. Another missionary here. And let's just keep it going here. Again, I don't want to make this a 2-hour-long video, so we're not going to review every single champion. Let's see who we have next. Musa Lee Mage, you know that I think he is a top 10 epic champion in the game. Great for support. Another Phoenix or Phoenix. And a Doom Priest, really solid champion. Doom Priest has the A1, attacks 1 enemy, increased crit rate, random ally for 2 turns, whatever. And increase attack buff on all allies for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. And the passive is heals all allies by 7.5 of their HP and removes 1 random debuff from them at the start of this champion's turn. That's the ability. That's the passive that she's known for. Let's go ahead and go to the next 10. I feel legendary on this one. I feel legendary coming. Wretch. Okay, that's not a legendary. It's another Phoenix. I have plenty of Phoenixes. If you guys want to trade, I've got a million of them. Mistress of Hymns, got a Skull Crusher. Skull Crusher, one of the only counterattack champions in the game, along with Martyr and Valkyrie. Mistress of Hymns, heals the ally with lowest HP by 15% of the damage inflicted. Has a continuous heal buff on all allies with the lowest, on the 2 allies, with the lowest HP for 2 turns if the attack is critical on a 1 enemy attack. And then revives 2 random allies, 50% HP, and places a Veil buff on them for 1 turn on a 5-turn cooldown. Not an awful champion. Oh, I need to make room again. Ooh, my bad on that. 69 left to go. All right, guys, here we go. To conclude here, we bought 10 more slots. I'm going silver broke right now to get enough. Oh, here we go. Boom! So Shiromani is a beast. Happy to have her. Here we go with another legendary, guys. That's 3 for the video. I'm liking this. I am liking this. Gorgorab too, but let's check her out here. So Shiromani is great because of freeze. She has freeze on her A1 3 times at random. On the A2, heals 1 ally by 50% and other allies by 20% of their max HP. Places a 15% continuous heal buff on for 2 turns on targets with full HP. And then on the A3, it's the Ice Storm. Attacks all enemies, has an 80% chance, 100 when booked, of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn. Fills this champion's turn meter by 10% for each attacked enemy. She's great for Arena. I plan on building her out for Arena. Great for faction crypts too, with the defense in there. So there we go. That's 3 legendaries. Sign me up. Here we go on the next batch here. Can we get lucky again here? Steel Skull, great epic champion. One of the better ones in the game. Great healer, also lays poisons. We got Jotun again. And we got Crimson Helm again. Let's keep it going here. Another 10. Legendary? Can we get greedy here? Can we get 3? Let's see. Can we get 2 legendaries on the same pull, 10 pull? Let's see. Let's focus on 1 first here, Ash, right? Let's focus on 1 first. Another Thanasil. Soulbound Bowyer. One of my favorite rares. I think my favorite rare. Not saying she's the best, just my favorite. Here we go. Another miscreated monster. What is that, 3? We got, let's see. Another Soulbound Bowyer. And nothing else there. Let's see. Next up we have Greybeard Templar. Banshee. Alright, another Runic Warder. Hex Weaver. And all rares there. That might be my first all rare. Maybe it's my second. I don't know. Here we go. Starting out with a Soul Drinker again. The Grandmaster. Judge. Hexia. And Dark Elaine. New champion here, Dark Elaine. I did a guide on her a couple days ago. She's actually available from the new login rewards. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at our kit here on the A1. One enemy, decreased target's max HP by 30% of the damage inflicted. A 50% increased attack buff on this champion for 2 turns, then an AoE attack on all enemies. 50% chance, 65 rather, when booked, of placing a, 75, of placing a 30% decreased speed for 2 turns. And then her passive is fills her turn meter by 25% and instantly activates the A2 whenever she is, or her or an ally receives a freeze debuff. So great kind of arena specialist. Also instantly, and for Ice Golem too, instantly removes any freeze debuffs on this champion and gives her kind of a potluck of crit damage, crit rate, or strengthen. So pretty cool on Dark Elaine. She's not an S tier champion in my opinion, but she's a solid champion. So we have 9 more to go here, guys. Let's go ahead and do this. 1 at a time. Let's see what we can get. Okay, 1 pounder. I'm gonna open, I wanna save my Sacred. I already have the thumbnail made with 200, so I feel bad for clickbaiting you if I pull 1 less, but I happen to have 199. Do I buy for $10 just so you guys don't accuse me of clickbaiting? Do I buy 1 random? I kind of want to save my Sacred for the double chance, right? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Madman, hopefully you guys will understand that I do plan on having a Sacred Shard opening video and a Void Shard opening video, at least one of those 2, when we get to our next double chance coming later on, like real soon. So hopefully you guys are cool with that. Of 199 champions, and it looks like, unless we get lucky on our very last one here, it looks like that's going to be all she wrote here. And by the way, so we get an epic at the end, another Jarek. So let's go ahead and let me just see the news tab really quickly here to see summoning boost. Okay, April, we're doubling, and it doesn't say the dates, but we're doubling your chance of receiving legendary from Ancient Shards. I think there's actually one coming for Void too, right? It doesn't have it here in the... Yeah, it doesn't have it here. I think there's one coming for Void and Sacred too. Correct me if I'm wrong there, guys. But I'd hate to pull a Sacred just for the hell of it. I'll pull 1 Void just so I have 100. Just so you guys can't blame me for not having 100 shards or 200, because that's what I'm going to have on the thumbnail. So if it ever pulls... Dude, is this the curse? What's going on here? Well, I'll see you guys in 10 minutes when it loads, right? Do I have to really edit this video just because of this 1 shard not opening? What is going on? I'm actually on PC, by the way. I've changed from my recording now that I go all PC on my recordings rather than mobile. It's just easier this way, and I actually like having the cursor to kind of point around. I guess it's gonna just make me wait forever. I'll have to edit it out. Be right back. All right, guys, here we go. And it's a rare. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Reliquary Tender is a solid Void rare champion, by the way. She has a revival on the A3, revives all an ally, excuse me, with 30% HP and fills her turn by 30% on a 5-turn cooldown. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the epics and legendaries that I pulled in today's video. Wishing you guys luck. Let me know in the comments below and let me know what you got if you pulled any ancients during this double chance summoning event. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves out there. Stay healthy. And as always, take care, guys.